So welcome back everyone, it's your host Nova here, and today I am going to play Pokemon Aureolin with only grass type Pokemon. It is a PC fan made game, and I think it is the first time anyone is trying to play this game as a speedrun and challenge. So without any further ado, I am going to explain you all the rules. If there are any voice problems and any video problems, then please excuse me for that because it is my first time doing this. So without any further ado, first, I can't catch any Pokemon besides grass type. I can only catch a Pokemon per route or in a town. I can't catch any SM slaves. I can't use items in battle. Held items are allowed, definitely. There will be a level cap only till the 8th gym, because after that the game gets very hard and many legendary and everything comes. So without over leveling I can't win. So without any further ado, let's get started. And before that, if you like this video, then please hit that like button and subscribe my channel, because I will bring these videos like this videos in future also. So everyone, thanks for watching. Then let's get started. So I named myself Nova as always. Then I went to Professor Oak's lab to grab myself a Snivy, which I named Rose, and the Pokédex. Then I went to Route 1 to train up my Snivy by defeating dogs and squirrels from Vineweb. Then I went to grass to do some more branding, and then I arrived at the Bergamot village where I met my rival Ellie. She was having a Tepig, which I easily defeated using tackles from my runner. I went to the Pokemon Center where I got myself a Chromanian Oddish, which is a fairy and grass type, which will be very helpful in this run. I named it Pinkish because of its pink color. So I went for the gym battle. Now it's time for the gym leader Catilian herself to appear in the arena. She was having a Meowth and a Wigglytuff. I used Sing on Wigglytuff and Vine Whip on Meowth. Then again I used Vine Whip on Wigglytuff and Discharming Voice on both Wigglytuff and Meowth, and this lets me to get my first gym badge and the TM round. I went to her cave to train my all three Pokemons using Corsola as a medium of training. Then I reached Fennel Docks where a man asked me to take back his goods from the Team Rumble Grunt. I fought the Team Rumble Grunt. She was having a more red Magby compared to my Rose and a Meowth. I used Discharming Voice and Headbutt on Magby and Meowth to defeat them. I got the goods back and returned it to the freelancer man, and then he asked me to visit his laboratory in the Thyme City. I then went to the Fennel Cave and reached the Thyme City where I met the Professor Oak and talked to him. I went to the laboratory and got myself a XP all from the man and a free Bulbasaur also, which I named Bulb because there is no reason. I went and trained my Bulb and entered the stadium tournament, which is a type of secondary gym in this game. First round battle was with trainer Sally, whom I easily crushed using my Bulb's Sludge Bomb and Rose Giga Drain. And then after the battle, my Rose evolved into Servine. Then in the semi-final, trainer Liam sent Arcanine and Oddish. I used Sleep Powder on Arcanine and Headbutt on Oddish. Then again Sludge Bomb on Arcanine and Then I used Sludge Bomb on Arcanine again and Headbutt on Oddish. This wins me the semi-final match. After that, my Bulb evolved into Ivy Bulb, aka Ivysaur, and at last I entered the final round where I faced my rival Ellie. She sent out her Eevee and Skidoo. I sent out my Ivy Bulb and Runner. I used Sludge Bomb on Skidoo and easily defeated her Skidoo. Used Headbutt on Eevee and the pig came out. I used Sludge Bomb and Headbutt again. At last the yellow duck, Psyduck came out, and I used Razor Leaf and Headbutt, and this wins me the whole tournament, and I got a rare candy, yes, as a prize. Then I went to the Route 5 where I got myself a Chromanium Dragon and Grass type Execute, named him Egg, and went to the Twin Spring Forest to grind some levels for Egg using a half fish and half crab as a bait. Then went and battled some so-called elite trainers, and his Beedrill and Scyther easily crushed them using Sludge Bomb and Headbutt because both moves are OP now. Then I went to some abandoned power plant in the middle of the forest. Here I battled the Team Rumble Grunt, who wants his revenge from the Annecy Ranch. He sent out his Furret and Zubat, which I easily destroyed using Bulldoze and Dragon Breath. Then he sent out the legendary Pokemon Zapdos, aka the King of Thunder. I used some Bulldoze from Runner and Sludge Bomb from Ivy Bulb and easily smashed the Thunder King. Then the Zapdos stare in my eyes because he knows that I am going to save this region. Then I reached Kasich Town, where I directly went to the gym and challenged the gym leader Nikolai. I easily destroyed his Togedemaru and Pikachu using Bulldoze from Runner. And then the electric Eevee aka Jolteon came out. I used Dragon Breath and Bulldoze on Jolteon and won the second badge and TM Charge Beam. Then I went to the Howling Tower aka Ghost Tower, fought some trainers and crushed them using Dragon Breath and Sludge Bomb. Then I went ahead, talked with the gym leader, and once again I battled the same Team Rumble Grunt whom I defeated at the Fennel Docks. She sent out her Meowth and Chromanium Magby. I used Sing on Magby and Aerial Ace on Meowth. Then again Bullet Seed on Meowth and Dragon's Breath on Magby, and this is how I again defeated her. Then she sent her legendary bird Moltres aka the Firebird, who was nothing before my might. First I used Sleep Powder and then used Sludge Bomb 3 times to finish Moltres once and for all, and learned Leaf Blade. Then Moltres stares in my eyes because she knows that I will be the next champion. I reached at Clinter Village, went to the gym and once again challenged the gym leader Morris. He sent out his Houndoom and Ghost Candle. I used Hypnosis on Litwick and Dragon's Breath on Houndoom. Then I used Draining Kiss on Houndoom and finished Houndoom. He then sent out his Arcanine. I used some Sludge Bomb before my Ivy Bulb went down. I sent out my Phantom. My Phantom used Theft on Litwick and the Litwick dies, and I used Bulldoze at Arcanine to finish him, and got myself the 3rd gym badge and the TM for Will-O-Wisp. Then went ahead, Cash Ghost Tree Phantom. I defeated some trainers who were having Alola, Ninetales and Sneeze. Crushed them using some Dragon Breath and Sweet Song. After that my Ivy Bulb evolved into Venus Bulb in the outer space on the Venus, and learned Petal Dance. Went ahead to fight the Team Rumble Grunt in the Vanilla Hill Cave, who was having a Meowth and a Murkrow. Used some Bullet Seed on Meowth and Draining Kiss on Murkrow, and again used some Bullet Seed on Meowth and Dragon's Breath on Murkrow to defeat the Grunt. After that, he sent out the Articuno, the Ice Empress. I used Sleep Powder on Articuno and 2 times Sludge Bomb from the Venus to defeat the Ice Empress, and then the Articuno stares in my eyes and disappears. Once again, I met my rival Eddie out of the Clintaro village and battled her. She sent out her Skidoo and Eevee, used some Mega Drains and Draining Kiss and Dragon Breath and Razor Leaf to finish the things off. Then she sent out her Duck and Evolved Pig. I used Hypnosis on Pignite and then Leaf Blade on Pignite and Giga Drain on Psyduck and Aerial Ace and Sludge Bomb on Pignite to win myself the 2nd rival battle. After that, my runner evolved into Go-Goat, a big goat, and I got myself the TM for Icewind. Then I reached Vanilla Hills, did some grinding. After that we went for the gym battle, where I battled some trainers in the gym who were having Phantom. I used Theft and Sweet Song to win the battle. Went ahead, challenged the gym leader Morgan. He sent out his Miss Magius and Gengar. I used Theft on Gengar and Sweet Song on both of them. Then used Sleep Powder and used Sludge Bomb and Bulldoze on Miss Magius and Gengar. Gengar goes down, the Ghost Cheek comes out. I used Sludge Bomb on Trevenant and Dragon's Breath on Miss Magius. Miss Magius went down, taking my Venusaur with him. To finish things off, I used Aerial Ace and Dragon Breath to defeat the Trevenant and winning me the gym battle and the 4th batch in my run, as well as the TM for Shadow Ball. After that I went and catch a Bomber Snow on the hill and named him Snowman because I love Snowman. Then I went to Team Rumble's hideout to rescue some officers and battled some Rumble Grunts. They were having Chromanium, Liquid and Magby. I used some Sweet Song, Dragon Breath and at last destroyed them using Sludge Bomb from my Venus Bulb. And then my Rose evolved into a Serperior and learned Power Whip. Then I went and talked to the Team Rumble leader, doppelganger of Giovanni, named Arthur. He asked me to enter the Regi tournament. In the first round, the Team Rumble Grunt sent out an Chromanium, Magmar and Regirock. I used Leaf Blade on Regirock and Sleep Powder on Magmar. I then used Power Whip on Regirock and Magmar wakes up, and used Confuse Ray on Bulb, but Bulb used Sludge Bomb on Regirock before going down with Regirock. Then the Sand Cocoon came out and the Magmar used Heat Wave and crushed my both Pokemon. I sent out Egg and Snowman and used Bullet Seed on Pupitar, and my Snowman goes down on a rock slide from Magmar. Then I sent out my Ghost Tree Phantom and the luck was at my side, and Pupitar used Bulldoze and also damaged his ally Magmar, and Magmar goes down, and at last used some Bullet Seed to finish the things off because I am a lucky man. Then in the second round, the Grunt sent out his Pokemon Plus Woman aka Jinx and Iceberg aka Regice. I used Sludge Bomb on Regice and Dragon Tail also on Regice, which missed, and again I used the same move on the same Pokemon, but Regice uses Ice Wind to finish my Rose and Bulb. I send out my Big Goat and Snowman and use Rock Smash and Break Big because they are super effective, and then the Regice goes down and the Jelly aka Siligu comes out. I use Headbutt on Jinx and she goes down, and I use Grass Whistle on Siligu and my Snowman goes down, and I use Dragon Breath and Seed Bomb to finish things off, and my Phantom learns Forest Curse. Then I went to the semi-final where I faced Registeel and Chromanium Electabuzz. I used Bulldoze and Grass Whistle on Registeel, then again used Bulldoze and Break Brick on Registeel, and my Snowman goes down. My Venus Bulb comes out and my runner goes down with Registeel, but my footage got corrupted. Then the Matang comes out. I used Rock Smash to finish Electabuzz, and I used Sleep Powder and Giga Drain on Matang. Then to crush the trainer, I used Egg Bomb and Rock Smash to finish the battle. Then I went to the final match with Persian and Regiforest aka Regigigas, used Bulldoze from runner, and my runner and Snowman goes down. Then I sent out Rose and Bulb, used Sludge Bomb on Regigigas, and then again Giga Drain on Persian and Sludge Bomb on Regigigas to finish him, and the Grunt sent out his Crobat, and then I used Giga Drain to finish Persian. Then my Rose goes down, Egg comes out, use some Dragon Breath and Sludge Bomb, and a Dragon Breath from Egg defeats the Crobat, and I win the Regi tournament and safely return the rescued officer. After that they thanks me, and then I went to the drop down tunnel and I fought some mountain jokers and easily crushed them using Giga Drain, and went ahead and captured a Cacnea and named it Needle. My Needle evolved into a Cacturn and learned Spiky Shield. I went ahead and challenged him leader Brookie. He sent out her Water Eevee and Big Duck. Then I used Giga Drain and Petal Dance to finish Vaporeon. Then Gastrodon comes out, and I use Petal Dance and Giga Drain on Big Duck, and after that my Bulbs goes down, and after crossing Sorrel Valley I reached Sorrel Oasis and went to the gym to fight some trainers in the gym and easily destroyed their Pokemons using Mega Drain and Hornleech. Then I used Giga Drain on Lapras, but my runner and Rose also faints. Then I sent out my Snowman and Needle to finish things off using Needle Arm, and this wins me my 5th gym badge and the HM for Surf. After crossing the Route 7, I reached Perilous City, and once again I met my rival Ellie and entered the stadium tournament. In the first round I fought a trainer Calvin. He sent out his Snowman and Snoyak aka Palosoin, used Aerial Ace and Surf 2 times, and my Rose went down to some icy winds. Then I also sent my Snowman and used Ice Beam on Abamo Snow to kill it and Surf, and my Needle learns Energy Ball, and Snoyak also faints, and this wins me the first round. Then in the second round I battled the Big Duck and Water Horse Horsey. I used Hornleech on Pelipper and then Giga Drain on Horsey to faint him. At last one more Hornleech and Leaf Blade finishes the things off, and I confirmed my spot in finals. Then I went ahead and healed my Pokemons and went to battle my rival Ellie in finals. She sends out her Gogoat and Eevee. Then I use Surf and Aerial Ace on Gogoat and Eevee, and then some more Aerial Ace and Surf finishes the Gogoat off, and the Ember comes out. I use some Aqua Tail and Surf to finish Eevee, but my Rose also dies in the process. Then Golduck comes out, and I send my Venus Bulb and use some Petal Dance to finish Golduck in one fellow sweep. Then my Egg learns Grassy Terrain, and then I use Sludge Bomb and Surf to finish Ember, and that wins me the whole tournament, and I got a rare candy as a prize. Quite a prize for winning a whole tournament. Then I crossed Perila Forest and reached Ruta Village, where I again met Arthur. He asked me to join Team Rumble and he gave me a Mega Band as a gift. Now I can Mega Evolve my Venusaur and Snowman. Then I catched a Falapel in the Safari Zone and added it to the team. Then went to the gym and fought the trainer Preston. He sent out his Slowking and Jinx. I used 2 times Sucker Punch and Giga Drain to finish Jinx and Slowking and win the battle. And then I challenged Gym Leader Roxy and his Old Man and the Star. I use Sucker Punch on Old Man and Leaf Blade on Star, but my Needle goes down from Ice Beam from Starmie. Then I send out my Snowman and Mega Evolve and use Shadow Ball on Old Man. My Rose went down and takes Alakazam with him, and my Bulb learns Solar Beam. Then I send out my Runner and she sent out her Renicles. I use Horn Leech on Starmie and Starmie goes down, and I use Shadow Ball on Renicles. She sent out her Clay Doll, and then my Mega Snowman went down to a rock slide, and I sent out my Bulb, use Sludge Bomb on Jelly and Horn Leech on Five Eyes, and my runner went down on the hill. The hail backfired. Then I sent out my last hope Falapel, and my Bulb immediately went down to a Physique, and I used Grave Apple to kill Five Eyes. And I was lucky that my Dragon Pulse hit the Jelly, and I won the battle and the 6th gym badge and a TM for Fly. Then I went ahead, catched a Rosalia and didn't name it. Went to the mountain road, then challenged a elite team Rumble Grunt, and he was having a Rose Grade and Yuxi, the legendary Pokemon. I used Zen Headbutt on Rose Grade, which is super effective against Rose Grade, and it went down. An insect come out, then my runner went down, and my Mega Snowman used Shadow Ball on Uxie, and it also went down. Then she sent out her God of War. My Snowman goes down, and I use Sludge Bomb on God of War, and then send out my Needle and use Sucker Punch on God of War, and it went down, and I used Sludge Bomb on Insect, and once again used Sludge Bomb on Insect, and the Insect went down, and this wins me the battle. Then my rival comes and talks to me, and we went inside a laboratory to rescue the legendary Pokemon Latios. Then I battled the second Team Rumble Elite Trainer who was having a Mesprit and a Togekiss. I used Zen Headbutt on Mesprit and Giga Drain on Togekiss, and Surf and Giga Drain one more time. Then my Rose is knocked out. I sent out my Snowman and Mega Evolve it, used Surf and Rock Slide, and my Snowman went down to the Physique, and the Togekiss also went down to the hill. Then send out my Needle, and she sent out Sumo Wrestler, and I used Zen Headbutt on Sumo Wrestler and Thunder Punch on Mesprit, and at last she went down with my Needle. Then Driller comes out, and I send my Venus Bulb, and my runner went down to a Force Palm, and I use Petal Blizzard to kill Hariyama. Then I send out my Falapel and use Petal Blizzard to finish things off. Then I reach the main laboratory and again fought a Team Rumble Elite Trainer. He sends out Clefable and Azelf. I use Surf and Leaf Blade and finish Azelf. Then he sends out his Arcanine. I use Aqua Tail on Clefable before my Rose went down. I send my Bulb and Mega Evolve it, use Sludge Bomb on Arcanine, and Arcanine knocks out. Then Halucha comes out, and my runner went down along with Clefable. Then I send out my Snowman and used Ice Beam and one last time Sludge Bomb to finish things off. Then after crossing Route 9, I reached Jimbo Town, directly went and challenged Gym Leader Dustin. He sent out his Hippo and Gliscor, and my Rose went down to an Acrobatics from Gliscor. I used Surf also. Then I sent out my Venus Bulb, and I used Surf and Solar Beam on Gliscor and Hippo, and my runner went down with Gliscor. Then I sent out my Snowman, and he sent out his Garchomp. I used Ice Beam on Garchomp and my Petal Blizzard on both, and my Snowman went down to Mystical Fire. Then I sent out my Falapel and used Dragon Rush on Garchomp, and Bulb died to a Draco Meteor, and the Garchomp also went down. I sent out my Needle, and he sends out his Excadrill. I used Grave Apple on Hippo and Energy Ball on the Excadrill. Hippo went down, and at last used Energy Ball to win me the battle and get my hands on the 7 Gym Badge and TM Bulldoze. Then I went and catched a Tangrowth and named him Noodle, and I added it to the team. Went to the Hipposis town and challenged Gym Leader Flyan. He sent out his Big Mouth Gyarados and Bravery. I used Cable Crash on Bravery and missed, and used Sleep Powder on Big Mouth, and then used Sludge Bomb and Cable Crash on Bravery. Bravery dies. He sent out his Togekiss. My Rose dies and takes Togekiss with him. At last Dragonite comes out, and I send out my runner, but my Bulb went down to an Earthquake, and I used Horn Leech on Gyarados, and I sent out my Needle and used Thunder Punch, but my Needle also went down, and I used Horn Leech on Gyarados, and the Big Mouth dies. Then I send out my Falapel, and my runner also get killed by Dual Wing Beat. Then I send out my Snowman, and I use Dragon Pulse and Ice Beam to finish the Dragonite and get my hands on the 8th Gym Badge and the last Gym Badge and a TM for Acrobatics. Then I went to the Paprika City and entered the last stadium tournament. In the first round I battled trainer Naomi and his Zoroark, who was disguised as a Drifblim and Gallade. I used Sludge Bomb on Zoroark but flinched, and Zen Headbutt on Gallade. And then again used Sludge Bomb and Zen Headbutt, but my runner dies. Then I sent out my Snowman and used Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam on Gallade and Zoroark, and both went down. Then she sends her Absol and Raichu, and I use Sludge Bomb on Absol and poison it, but my Snowman dies. Then I send out my Falapel and use Dragon Rush Rush on Raichu, but again my Venusaur goes down. Then I send out my Noodle for the first time and use Rock Slide to finish Raichu and Absol. Then a real Drifblim come out and I use some Dragon Pulse and Rock Slide before my Noodle went down. I send out my Needle and use Thunder Punch on Drifblim. Drifblim goes down with my Falapel. This wins me the first round. I then enter the final and do the last rival battle with Eddie. She sends out her Dragapult and Espeon. I use Dragon Rush on Dragapult and Dark Pulse on Espeon, but my Falapel dies with the Espeon. And then Ember comes out. I send out my Runner and my Needle goes down to a Heat Wave. And I send out my Bulb, use Sleep Powder on Ember and then Headbutt the Dragon Pult and use Sludge Bomb on Ember, but my Runner dies to the Dragon Darts. I send out my Snowman and I use some Ice Beam and Sludge Bomb on the Dragapult and Ember, and the big pig dies and Golduck comes out. And my Snowman goes down to the Physique and my Bulb uses Petal Blizzard on both Pokemon, and then I send out my Noodle and use Petal Blizzard and Rock Slide on Dragapult and Golduck to finish them. The last Pokemon comes out, the Goat, and I use some Sludge Bomb to win the last rival battle and the whole tournament, but our ceremony was interrupted by Team Rumble. We went to stop them one more time and I battled some elite grunts. They sent out Crocodile and Groudon. I used Frenzy Plant on Groudon and Dragon Rush on Crocodile. Groudon goes down, then the Chromanium Magmota comes out. I use Sludge Bomb and Dragon Rush to finish Magmota, and my Falapel goes down as well. Then I send out my Runner and the legendary Pokemon Thundurus comes out, and I use Hornleech on Crocodile to finish him, and then Chromanium Electivire comes out and I use Sludge Bomb and Bulldoze, but my Runner goes down to a Ice Punch, and I send out my Snowman, but the same also happened to the Snowman also. And then I send out my Needle, but the Thundurus goes down with my Needle. I send out my Noodle and I use Sludge Bomb to finish Wire. And then second legendary Pokemon Tornadus comes out and my footage got corrupted, but in the second time I passed to kill Tornadus using 2 Sludge Bomb. Then I went ahead and battled the scientist. He sent out his Tyranitar and Magnazone, and I used Frenzy Plant on Tyranitar, but my Falapel dies. Then I send out my Snowman and I use Rock Slide to kill Tyranitar, and then Hydreigon comes out and defeats my all Pokemon one after the another. In the second time I somehow managed to defeat them but forgot to record, but I defeated them all using Grass type only, you can trust me. And then Old Man and the Landorus comes out and I use Shadow Ball to finish Old Man, and then my Bulb went down and I send out my Noodle and use Sludge Bomb on Landorus and poisoned it, and after using some more Sludge Bomb Landorus goes down. And then my rival and the champion comes to my side and they started talking with the scientist, and then the scientist told me that the Arthur has called me alone in the room. Then I went to the room and Arthur asked me to join Team Rumble. I said yes. To test my strength, he battled me. He sent out his Sword and Shield and legendary Pokemon Suicune. I used Dark Pulse on Sword and Shield and killed it. Then legendary Pokemon Entei comes out and I use some more Sludge Bomb and Energy Ball on both Pokemon before Needle goes down with Entei. Then he sent out his third legendary Pokemon Oho and I send out my Noodle. And I use Petal Blizzard, but my Noodle goes down with Suicune. Then the fourth legendary Raikou comes out and I send out my Falafel and I use some Sludge Bombs and Dragon Rush before my Falafel goes down, and I send out my Runner and my footage got destroyed. So I started from the same point and use Sleep Powder and Sludge Bomb. Then my Bulb goes down. Then I send out my Snowman. I use Ice Beam and Surf on both Pokemons and both of them goes down. That wins me the last battle before the championship battles. Then I went to the Team Rumble main base, and after that I went to the Victory Road and trained my Pokemon and challenged the first Night Flora. First Night Flora sends out her Abomasnow and Rosegrade. I use Sludge Bomb on Abomasnow and Rosegrade. Uses Sludge Bomb on Needle and both Pokemon went down. She sends out his Shiftry and I send out my Falapel. The same thing happened again and both Pokemon goes down. Then I send out my Runner and she send out the legendary Pokemon Virion. And I use Sludge Bomb and Zen Headbutt, but my Runner also goes down as well as the Virion also. And I send out my Snowman and she sends out her Executor, and I use Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam, but my Bulb goes down as well as the Rosegrade also goes down. Then I sent out my last Pokemon Noodle and I used 2 Sludge Bomb and 1 Ice Beam to win the first championship match. Then I went ahead and challenged the second Knight, Tony, who sent out his Klefki and Skarmory. I used 2 Ice Beam to finish Skarmory, and then Metagross comes out. And I use some Sleep Powder to put Metagross also to sleep, and I use Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam on both Pokemon before my Mega Snowman got switched, and Falapel comes out and I use Giga Drain to finish sleeping Metagross. Then Scizor Scizor comes out and Mega evolves, and I use Sleep Powder on Scizor and some Dragon Rush before my Flapple faints, and then I send my Snowman, and my Snowman goes down with Klefki, and I send out my Runner and he sends out her legendary Pokemon Cobalion, and my Runner goes down to an Iron Hand. I send out my Needle and I use Rock Slide and Giga Drain to finish Scizor, and I use some Giga Drain and Rock Smash to finish the battle. And then once again I went ahead and challenged the third Knight, Sarah. I easily crushed her using my Mega Venus Bulbs, Giga Drain and my other Pokemon's Grass type moves, and then I went ahead and challenged the champion Tyson, because there are only 3 elite in this game. He sent out his Beetle and Grey Mysterio aka Halucha. Use Sludge Bomb on Beetle, but my Snowman goes down to a high jump kick, and I send out my Flapple, use Sludge Bomb to finish the Beetle, and then he sent out his Gallade and I use Dragon Rush to finish Grey Mysterio, and Gallade uses Close Combat to finish my Flapple. Then I send out my Runner and he sends out his Kamohao, and I use Giga Drain to finish Gallade, and then the legendary Pokemon Keldo comes out, but after using some Zen Headbutt and Giga Drain and Surf, both Pokemon faints. And I win the battle and become the champion of the Chroma region, went to the Hall of Fame and registered my Pokemons and myself as a champion, and this ends this run. I hope you all enjoyed this run. I think it is the first time anyone has done a speed run with grass type Pokemons or on the fan game. So I hope you all enjoyed this run. If you all enjoyed this run, then please hit that like button and subscribe my channel, because many more interesting videos will be coming in the future like this and other things also. If you want to download Pokemon Aureolin, the tutorial link is in the description box. Now go and check out my other videos also. So everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you are safe at home during these COVID times, and thank you very much for watching. Peace out. I will see you again.